Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
You've got such a dramatic
Yes.
change from the music to the just being live. It's like whoop, boom.
I didn't realise the starting scene was on, so I was in the middle of blowing my nose, sorting myself out. Thank you so much for joining, if you have hung around, because we were meant to go live at past, and then there were various technical difficulties, which meant it was a bit difficult. But we're here, we're alive. How are you doing, Az? Sweating?
Sweating. Yeah, that was a weird one. Basically, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. My mic didn't work. My camera didn't work. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't see you. You couldn't hear me. You couldn't see me. It was just every single thing was was wrong. But you know, when you get comments like this from Duncan MC, well done. You know, then it's all worth it, isn't it?
Thank you so much, Duncan. That does mean a lot.
Oh, I'll send you. I'll send you this, and then you can click comments if you want.
Okay, I'll try it because at the moment your screen's blurry, so I can't see my team anymore. It's gone quite funny. I am currently using a Mac that is, I think, 13 years old.
Yeah, you can tell.
So it's really doing its best. Can you? It's really struggling.
You look fine. You look fine. You sound. Is it the mic? Is it the Mac microphone as well?
No. I've got this. I put a microphone on charge.
You know you're getting a professional stream when it's us two. Where's she gone?
This is what I was shouting about before it started. Hooray! Is this better?
Oh my god, it's so much better.
Yeah, because I didn't have time to put it on. Look, see? Professional.
Oh, it's much better. Yeah, well done. You actually fixed it.
Can you imagine me doing a solo stream? It would be an empty chair the whole time. Anyway, let's get into the FPL. So I had a great game week, which I'm really pleased about.
And that's the only reason we're in.
Unfortunately, yeah, I was like, I have to get one in before Gameweek 27. Unfortunately, I wasn't very well at the weekend, so I didn't even vlog. I've got a small segment of my vlog, which was sad and miserable. So I'll put that into next week's vlog. But 102 points.
Can you do me a really quick favor? Can you just tap the mic? Yeah, okay, you need to fix that. On the screen where you can see me.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You see the little settings wheel?
No, I haven't got anything on that screen.
Let's not mess with it.
It's done the same as before.
Let's just leave it. I can hear. I think this is coming through your Mac.
Oh! I'm a genius.
Yeah? You need to change the audio input to your mic. Talk now.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Oh my god, you are a genius.
Honestly, you really don't. I said change to Chrome. It works.
Oh my god, that's
I don't know how I
so
just
much
did that.
better. The difference between
Welcome,
a
everyone.
13-year-old Mac and an actual dedicated mic. Oh.
Should I sing a tune?
Yeah, please.
Anyway, so took a punt on the assistant manager, took out Slot. Glasner, what happened as?
Glasner!
20 points. So happy. Rest of the team left a little bit to be desired. The defence did not do very well. Trent pulled his weight this week. Porro was on the bench, so I'm going to have to sort him out because I can't be starting him. He's been fairly reliable for me in recent game weeks, and I decided to play him ahead of Milenkovic. And as we'll say, I messaged him when I think were Forest 2-1 down or 3-1 down, 3-1 down. And I said, thank goodness he didn't play Milenkovic because he was a -2. And then the Serb goes and scores. So he ended on 5 points, which is a real kick in the teeth.
He nearly scored again as well. He nearly got a second. That would have been...
I was at my brother's birthday and I kept looking at Flash score. I was like, please don't do anything. And then the midfield is quite basic, to be honest. Disappointing from Palmer, becoming a bit of an issue. Dango, also quite disappointing. But Mbumo... great pick to bring in, and then Salah captaincy went really well. And then, of course, Chris Wood gets an assist, despite the game being a tough one for Forest. Isak with 13 points and Cunha with 9. So I'm really pleased with how it's going. I've got one free transfer going into this game week. Isak with 13 points and Cunha with 9. But how did you get on as? 94 points. Nice. Not quite 102, but still good.
I mean, you're on a roll to end all rolls. I was like 100 points ahead of you, and now I think was it 15 or something?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, it was fine. I mean, we've been weirdly similar the last few weeks without even really talking about it. Like I had no idea you were going for Glasner. You had no idea I was going for Glasner, and then we both just ended up with Glasner. That was nice.
And we haven't even discussed it either, which is strange.
I know, it's really weird. And then we're thinking about the same move again this week too. But I mean, my week was fine. I mean, 94, can't really complain. I'm annoyed
You
with...
took a hit as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, the hit paid off. I did slot to Glasner basically for the hit. So it sounds really impressive, but it was only really 6 points because obviously slot got 10 plus the 4 plus 4 hit. I bought in Dango for Ahmad, which didn't go very well. The annoying thing is, if I'd done that move last week, like I planned to do, I could have done Gordon to Mbumo this week, which was always the plan. But then Gakpo went and got injured, and it means I've been stuck with Gordon for his double blanks. Oh, Gordon, right? He went like 7 games scoring or assisting in every game. I've had 1 assist from him in 5 games.
I didn't want to bring Gordon up for you because I know it's a bit of a sore spot at the moment, but you've been so unlucky.
I'm not happy.
Did you watch the Newcastle game?
I did. It was a great game.
Because I feel like every goal you would have been looking for, like, oh, was that a Gordon assist?
Nope. Well, it was a bloody hole on my bench,
and
wasn't
then Lewis Hall on the bench.
Yeah. I mean, Gordon was not really involved. There wasn't really any point in which I thought he was going to get points. Yeah, and then he didn't. I don't know. It was a really weird game. Cause I know you didn't watch it because you obviously at your brother's thing, but I mean, Newcastle were so good for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Like they just absolutely blew Forest away. And then the second half was just all Forest. Like I don't even think Newcastle had an attack in the second half. And Nuno rightly came out at the end and was like, if that game had gone on for another 5 minutes, we would have won that match because they were in complete control of that game. So yeah, strange game. I mean, some good things have happened. Like obviously bringing Kuna last week was good. Visser scored, which was nice, but then obviously Mbumo outscored him. But really, it's just like even when good things happen, the bad things stay in your mind, don't they?
I know. And also, I'm still surprised, and I mean, it's admirable, but the fact that you haven't got Chris Wood, I wouldn't be able to watch a Forest game, I think, in your position.
He did
I know
nothing.
He only came away with an assist this week.
He didn't absolutely...
Yeah, but he never does anything, and he scores.
He did absolutely nothing, just like he hasn't done in every game I've ever watched him play, and he still managed to get an assist, which is still better than Gordon. Still better than Palmer. What's going on with Palmer at the moment? Absolute joke.
I know. We'll get to that because I will probably slate Palmer as an option for a while and then discuss potentially captaining him. So that's a very logical way. I just thought if we have a quick look in the chat, it only just opened, so I probably missed some comments. Luke the Lucky says, rather unluckily, Wilson should have passed to Gordon right at the end for a tap-in. Apologies to hear that as. Andrew says, great to see you two streaming live.
Capital letters.
Sorry,
as well.
That lucky joke wasn't very good, was it?
We just
Delia's
brushed past that. It's fine. Of everything that I messed up on this stream, I've done that chat thing well. Look at that. That's a good size.
The only downside is the kind of voice delay means that I talk over you.
That's your Mac's
so
fault.
If that happens,
that's your Mac's fault.
Don't think I'm rude.
That is your Mac. That's nothing to do with my settings.
Delia said, I'm sure this means you now go on top of me in the Juice Mini League. Delia, I did, and I'm pleased. I'm so sorry. You've been absolutely smashing it all season. So now that I've gone ahead of you, I feel like I'm finally on the right track. But I think we're still really close. We've got Eddie says, we'll get to this. Who's the best captain this week? Palmer, Salah, Fernandez. Oh, as is on the Fernandez hype. But like I said, we shall discuss. And Luke has lived up to his name, Luke the Lucky. I've had an insane 4 weeks. 663k game week 22, 96 game week. Oh, 96k game week 26. Wow. That is insane. Is that thanks to an assistant manager, triple captain? Let us know.
I mean, you're not far off being able to gloat something like that. I mean, what actually have you've gone from...
I'm trying not to look at it in case I get excited.
I'm going to blow your trumpet for you. You've gone from 2.1 million in game week 18 to 460k in 26. Even game week 20, 1.1. You're basically 2 million in game week 20, and 6 game weeks later, you're 460k. That is a massive increase in rank.
Do you want to know the secret?
Please.
I've given up caring.
Good.
And now this has happened, which is really frustrating. I was talking to Wade earlier. He's in the chat, and I said I prefer to put less effort into my team now, because when it goes badly, I don't care, because I'm like, oh, I didn't put any effort in. Whereas the times that I actually look up stats, I'm there on the Scout website downloading like stats tables, really taking it all in. Now I think what's better is just having a read of the articles on there, reading the articles on the Premier League website, just very low key browsing, you know? And I've been on Twitter less.
I take credit for Moyes though.
Yeah, you can take credit for Moyes. I mean, we'll be able to tell by the end of the season whether I'd been better off triple captaining and then
I can't even take credit for Moyes, can I?
FPL Harry has done. No. And what did I say? The morning I woke up, when I thought the assistant manager hadn't gone through, I watched Harry's live stream. He was triple captaining and I was like, rats, should have done that. If FPL Harry's doing it, you know it's a good move. Dan McPherson, good evening, Dan. Happy birthday for the other week. Wood MVP, Chris Wood is the one. Wade says 89 points for me this week. Bottled the assistant manager chip and stuck with Emery instead of gambling on Glasner for a hit. To be fair, though, Emery to Glasner for a hit, I think I would have been tempted if I didn't have any free transfers to stick with Emery. What do you think, Az?
I think I would have been. I mean, I did slot for the hit. I think if I'd had Emery, I probably would have kept him. I mean, they both won anyway, so it made no difference. Slot got an extra point, didn't he? Because Chelsea did score in that game. I was a bit more confident that Villa would win that than Liverpool, and in the end, I mean, City were just absolutely dreadful, and it made no difference. Yeah. I mean, if you had Emery though, and you got 9 points, I suppose for a hit. I mean, again, it's only 7 points, isn't it? It's not the end of the world.
I think we can all just agree that if you've used your assistant manager, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
Because I did not enjoy it. Mine went as well as it could have gone, and I just, no, it's not for me. Dow, long time no see. Have you two had an argument as you're in separate rooms? That would actually be so funny. This is how we communicated after an argument. No, in normal news, the neighbour threatened to kill my dog, and we fear for our safety. So
everyone knows that by now, don't they? It also doesn't explain we're not.
I don't know.
You're not here. You're in a different house.
Is
the key.
Hidden in a bunker in the garden. No, we'll do a story time one day when there's less to talk about.
Am I still delayed, by the way, on your thing?
Yes.
Can you just refresh the window where you can see us? Wait,
which window? The one where I can see everything?
Yeah.
This feels risky.
Just do it. It's fine.
Am I still there?
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me? Can anyone see me? Because I can't see anything.
We can hear you and see you, but you can't hear or see me. So
I'm back.
You're back? You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah? How's the delay?
I don't know if there's still a delay.
Oh, okay, well that's it. That's it. That's the last I can try.
It's fine. I feel have a beers in the chat. Yellen is doing a Mark Southerns from a few years back. Elaborate. Az, do you know what this means?
I think it means when Mark, remember when I beat Mark by 1 point and he came from about 4.5 million to about 110k or something on like the final day. I mean,
this one will have a different ending.
I don't think there'll ever be a better. I mean, you're not far off, but Mark's rise. I mean, he was about. I think he was 4.5 million at Gameweek 20 or something like that, and he finished like 110k. I mean, that is like he was disappointed not to get into the top 100k from 4.5 million. It's unreal. Still lost though.
I said this in a vlog though. Mark Southerns is my inspiration because he had Christmas happen and then bam. Skyrocketed.
Got his Christmas wish.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw a comment that Delia said would be great if she would win the Juice Monthly League. What shirt would you get? So I've been thinking long and hard about this one. First thought was Cole Palmer, and then I thought it's going to have to be a shirt that Az also is happy with having in the house. So I think Reece James, a classic, a blast from the past.
You kind of set me up from that on your vlog.
What would you say the one thing?
Yeah.
Huh?
You set me up for that on the vlog, didn't you? By getting me to talk nicely about Reece James.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, before I get to my plans, I've just spotted the most modest man in FPL. Congrats on being second in the Content Creators League for points this month. The top manager must be truly exceptional to beat your score. I think there's a lot involved in FPL to do with luck. So I think I probably just got very unlucky.
Variance.
To not be in first place. Yeah, it's all about variance. And then Wade said, got to be a Chris Wood shirt. I think I've already got one, actually. It's not signed.
Literally bought you one. Like...
It's not... Well, exactly. So I'm not going to get one. And I want to get it signed in person. I'm going to hang outside the city ground after a game in a normal way.
I think you and about 3 million FPL managers.
Yeah, exactly. Me and semi-casual leading the line. So I wanted to talk about my team. Az has got the controls, by the way, if you haven't gathered. So if you can switch us to
it's
Planet
going
FPL screen.
Averagely so far.
Oh,
that went well.
Right, I can't read anything on here, but I'm going to try my best to make it out. Could you take us to game week 29, please, Az?
With ease,
Thank you.
my darling.
This feels like a countdown. 3 fouls, please. Okay, if you scroll down a little bit so I can see. Yeah, I mean, I can see shirts.
You can also, if this isn't working, you go. You could watch it on YouTube because obviously we're live on YouTube.
Oh yeah, and then I'll add.
But you'll be even more delayed on YouTube. But
yeah, it's fine. We'll just freestyle. So if you scroll down a tiny bit, so I can just see who's on my bench. Okay, right. This is the situation for.
Oh no, this is my team. This is my team. You want me to
asked you earlier. Is mine in there?
Yeah.
Why would I want yours?
That's a great
This isn't
question.
a agony aunt session.
What's your ID?
655.
I am so impressed that you knew that.
I was just there browsing in a charity shop and then it went live and I can easily remember 3 digits.
655 is such a good ID. Yeah, I don't know why I had mine in. Sorry. I didn't even think about that. I was so happy that I got it all together as well. There we go.
Oh, it's clear. I can see it.
That's because it's your team. It's here for you.
No, it's clearer. The pixels, whatever's going on here, we love it. Right. So this is Gameweek 29. So we've got some blankers. Now, if you play Milenkovic over Trent.
Got some bloody blankers. Yep.
I was feeling okay with the defence until Porro got benched. So now Porro is going to have to be a red flag. Then we've also got an issue with attack because I've got Salah and Isak also blanking. Now, there is part of me that thinks I might just go, oh, look at that. So, okay.
Well, they're probably the ones you're going to bench, right?
Yeah, and I'm in a dilemma about whether or not to transfer out Trent, maybe, and downgrade him to a defender that I can play that game week. But this is what we're looking at. So we're aiming to get a decent starting 11 out, if not maybe a 10. I'm not massively fussed, considering how my defence did this week. I don't necessarily want to take hits or rip apart the team just to get out 4 defenders. So we'll go back to the present day.
You're in a pretty good position, though. I mean, this is with no transfers.
I know.
And you've got 10.
And this is with no planning. Can you believe it?
No.
I've had the flukiest few weeks. So we've got plan number 1, boring, plain, roll. Just roll. Just get on with it. This is the team. Play Milenkovic over Porro.
Oh,
that's it. Go to bed. Don't worry.
Oh, what? You play Milenkovic at home to Arsenal? Yeah, I mean, Arsenal can't score at the moment, so don't hate that.
Yeah, and also I know, like, people will say that's silly, and I agree, which is why we come to plan number 2. Plan number 2 involves a hit. We've got 1 free transfer. Rodgers to Bowen.
Stealing my idea.
No, I'm not. You texted me today and I already had a screenshot from last night. I'm getting annoyed at you copying me.
Who'd you bench for Bowen?
Right. So the problem with this Az, right, and this is why I texted you today and said we'll discuss it tonight. You come up with all the questions. Let me just explain and then go. Because actually what you won't have realised is I can't even afford this move.
You see, everybody watches Yells on her vlogs and thinks, oh, she's so sweet. She's so nice. No. This is what she's really like. In my ear hole, like this.
If you just did things properly, it'll be fine. Anyway, so then I will do Porro out for. Now, this is option B. There is an option C. So I'm going to do the more controversial one that Az has got an issue with first. Okay. Porro to Munoz. Now, I'm going to point out the most important thing there. And that is that, yes, he blanks in game week 29.
For a hit.
Yes, for a hit. But you think, oh, I wouldn't take a hit for a defender. I'm taking a hit for Bowen.
I'm not judging. I'm just making sure I've got the plan correct. Okay, so now you've got Munoz and Bowen on your bench.
I would play Bowen ahead of Dango.
Okay. Well, the mighty Brighton. Very wise.
Exactly. Munoz ahead of Milenkovic.
Okay.
Now, I like this because I've got...
You can do the chat, by the way, because I can't, because I've got the screen open. So if you
I
wanted
can't
to flag any
multitask. I'm on a roll.
No, you've taken a hit.
Okay. I've taken a hit. It's going mad. I'm excited. This is the most I've spoken in days. Munoz. Is it worth doing it for Villa at home? I'm not sure, but Ipswich. I think it's Ipswich at home. I like that. I'm quite happy with the role that he's on. He's done well. Now, We've had Manon. Don't like that hit, to be honest. Fine. I know it's not going to be a crowd pleaser. Take him out, Munoz.
But why are you doing... If you want Munoz for Ipswich at home, why don't you just get him next week for free? Why are you getting him in this week?
That's a very good point.
You're getting him in for the game you don't want him for a hit.
Maybe it's for the crowd.
I'm not questioning your judgment. You are on a hot streak, but...
Maybe it's just for the, let's build up tension. I don't know. Look, here we go.
Clickbait.
Mr. T, thank you. I'm thinking about doing that exact move.
I pity the fool.
Anyway. Or Porro 2, a fan favourite from last season, drum roll, 8 Nori.
Okay.
It's hard when you haven't got sound effects.
Yeah, I should have put some in, but then again, we're lucky to be here. So, where is 8 Nori? There he is.
Play him over Milenkovic. Then we've got Fulham, Everton, Southampton, West Ham.
I just don't really know why you're taking a hit. I just don't really know why you're taking a hit for a defender. Like, you don't need the money.
I'm not taking a hit for a defender. In your head, it's a hit for a defender. In my head, it's a hit for Bowen.
That's not the way to... You can get Bowen anyway.
Oh, God.
No, okay, I'm just not...
No, I can't.
You can.
No, I can't.
You got loads of money.
No, I don't. Do I?
Yeah.
Has all my planning gone to waste?
You can do... Well, according to Plan FPL...
I can't do Rodgers to Bowen.
You can, according to Plan FPL.
I can't, look. Minus 0.2 million.
Oh, no.
Which is why I have to take a hit.
That's weird then. Why? I wonder why Plan FPL isn't showing that. Well, that changes everything.
Oh, thank you. Get on my page.
Now you need to do it. I wonder why that's the case. That's weird. Someone must have gone up. No, Roger's kind of gone. Has Bowen gone up and Roger's gone down?
I don't know. I think so, because yesterday I think I had 0.5 million left over. No, I didn't. I don't know.
Okay, so you need to take out Porro to get... Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Oh, God. Do you think I was just smoking like a wacky backy? Why would I be taking a hit for a defender?
You didn't deny it, though. You just said, yeah, you're right.
No, because I thought you were doing your classic, like, I wouldn't take a hit for a defender. So I thought, change your mindset and think the defender's for free, Bowen's the hit. Do you see? I was trying to, gently help. 8 Nori. Or going rogue for a, what's his name? Man United defender.
Yeah, you mentioned him. You mentioned him earlier. I'm seeing a few people mentioning. Apparently he's quite big on review.
Yeah, and you know I'm a big fan of review.
You just base all your decisions, I heard.
Exactly. The only thing I don't like about Dorgu is Arsenal in next game week. And I'm going to have to deal with... Are we saying face or Faz?
I mean, is that the only thing you don't like about Dorgu? There's about 1,000 things I don't like about Dorgu. Okay, let's not go for Dorgu. Okay, in which case, bring back 8 Nori. FPL Harry has said, Ran greater than Munoz. I double checked because I was trying to see if there was a me joke anywhere. Ran greater than Munoz.
Okay, -4. Go to the next game week. Let me walk you all through my vision of a team.
Yep.
Da, 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 da. What would I do here? Probably just roll.
It's your vision. Yep.
I haven't got this far.
Okay.
Roll. Go into the
Roll.
next game week.
Okay.
Woohoo! Look at that team. Now, obviously, the defence is an issue. Have I got any money in the bank?
Yeah, but it's a little bit.
No, it's not going to be up.
I think you've got 1.1.
It's going to be a skew.
Because it was saying you had 0.2 more than you actually do. So you probably got 1.1.
Okay. Do you want me to just check? Bowen, Porro.
I mean, you've got
guys,
11 and you've got 2 free transfers. So.
Oh, so I'm rolling. In which case, come back game week 28 for another one of these team selections.
Set yourself up. What would you? I mean, you'd obviously get rid of Face.
Yeah, and probably not captain him.
No, you're locked into that now. I mean, who are you missing here? You haven't got any Man City players.
I could be tempted to go for Aina. Yeah, well, the plan was to do Isak to Marmoush, but with the double game week coming up, there's no point taking out a Newcastle attacker.
No. Are you still wildcarding in 30?
I don't think I even discussed that as an option.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that I'm going to use my triple captain for Newcastle's double on Isak.
In 32. Yeah. I was thinking because you could get rid of Isak for this week and then bring him back on the wildcard, but you've got a lot of money in him because you got him early. So you'd probably lose about 0.6 or something ridiculous if you wanted him back.
See, some would say ahead of the game. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet there, but, takes talent to know talent.
You're just saying words. It's not.
I know. I'm excited. I haven't been live for ages. But yeah, I think that's quite a nice game week 29 team. No, it's not quite strong enough as a free hit. I don't like the idea of playing 4 at the back, but what are you going to do?
I mean, I'm just trying to think who you're missing. Like I said, you're missing a few City players. You've got your Wolves players. They've got Southampton. They've got like the best fixture.
Yeah,
that's what I definitely
Forest
prefer
against
Aït-Nouri. I don't really know why you'd get Munoz over Aït-Nouri. Like, Aït-Nouri's got to be the better option, I think.
Wade Wilson, modesty too.
Yeah, that's always been your.
It's only because I've honestly, this game has terrorised me. So this is me having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I like. Yeah, you're all right. I think there's going to be people in a lot worse situations than you are. I'm amazed that you can get to 29 and have 2 free transfers and have 11 out.
Yeah, I think it's okay. And then I'll save my free hit for whenever I need to use it.
Yeah, well done.
So are we thinking Aït-Nouri chat? Let me know. Let's see who
I can't
is
believe
in the
you're getting
conversation. Tony!
Bowen. Literally, Bowen was my master plan.
Actually, the first person you messaged me about today was Fernandez.
It was. He was the first. But then I started thinking about it and I realised that I don't want him. Because I don't like him very much.
I think that is an issue.
I like Bowen. Bowen's a good lad.
I like Bowen. And also, I remember last season, Ellie bought in Bowen. And then he did really well. Up the hammers, they say.
Exactly. They do say that. Yeah. And I like Potter.
Oh my goodness. Look how on brand I am. Ask me what I'm snacking on.
What are you snacking on?
Just some West Ham steak strips.
How have you still got those?
But I'm not going to eat them, am I?
Oh, you haven't opened them? Okay.
No, I think I'll keep them as a nice decoration.
Oh, they're going to go off. What's the expiry date? Do they have an expiry date?
Actually, they do smell, I must say. They expire August 2025, 15th. Maybe we could do a special stream where I eat them on the 24th.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Anyway, Tony's in the chat. Lovely to see you, Tony.
Captain
what were you
this
going to
week?
ask us?
Captain this week.
I was going to do a bit of audience interaction and then get into the captaincy.
Well, I'll just shut my mouth then.
Ooh. Oh, cheers.
Diet Coke friends.
Let me see. Who's about? What has Delia said? Oh, Niall was in the chat. Evening, Niall. I lost all optimism when it comes to Arsenal this season. We're not terrible, but just too many injuries, small squad. The Arsenal downfall.
Can you
How do you
stop?
feel about
Can
that,
people
Az?
stop posting long messages because they're ruining my my carefully made chat on the screen? I like a light one like this. Look at that. That looks lovely. Beautiful.
Stunning. Gives
Sorry,
us a lot.
what was the question?
Oh, actually, this is a more you question from John Laws. Just get Matoma instead of Bowen.
Yeah, but Bowen
Thoughts?
I think Bowen is a better option than Matoma. He's playing through the middle.
Yeah.
Fixtures are better. Matoma is an amazing
He's
player.
back from injury.
Yeah, Matoma just doesn't get points very often, does he? I know he has the last couple of weeks, but I don't trust him in the same way that I trust Bowen. Bowen got like 25 attacking returns one season. That's crazy for a 7 million player.
Yeah, and I think he's good. I think the fixtures are decent as well, but he feels quite fun at the moment. I don't know what his ownership is. Let me check. It must be quite low because he's obviously been off for so long. 4.9%. I'm sure that'll go up this game week because he does seem to be on a lot of people's minds.
Is that Bowen's?
I think I really like it. Yeah.
That is low.
The only thing I feel a bit funny about is benching Dango, but I think I prefer Bowen at home.
Evan Nilsson was back, wasn't he, on the bench, which we're trying to work out. We think it's going to be Tavernier that drops out, but if Evan Nilsson does come back in, that means Dango is back to playing on the wing, and that's not why we got him. We got him because he's playing up front. So
I was going to say it was the out of position, yeah.
Yeah, and then suddenly he's at risk of coming off. I don't know. It was annoying because I bought in Dango this week, and then I think about an hour after I bought him, I read that comment saying Evan Nilsson's going to be back soon. And if I'd seen that, I know I wouldn't have gone. I probably would have gone for Clark. Well, I think Semenyo is probably the best option actually. I prefer him to
Semenyo. I don't know if we'd both go there after our experience with him.
He got us. Do you remember we both had him and he scored that goal and we were FaceTiming. We were really happy, and then I think we both benched him. And then we both owned him and then we sold him, both bought him back, and then he blanked like 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, good times.
Yeah. We watched a lot of Bournemouth games where we were like, come on, nothing happened. And then suddenly, when we don't own him, that's when he got the returns.
That's what he does.
Luke the Lucky said, isn't Bowen on Penn's ATM as well? Yes, I saw this from Fella. Fella did a lot. If you go onto his X profile, there's a lot of heavy lifting for transferring in Bowen, and that definitely influenced me.
Oh, wait, he's not at all biased.
No, definitely not.
Is Paqueta out there?
Patrick said...
I thought Paqueta was on penalties.
Sorry?
I thought Paqueta was on penalties. He must be injured.
Yeah,
Ruled out of the Arsenal game. Likely to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, so he'll have Leicester and be on Penn's, Bowen, but then Paqueta will be back.
Yeah.
Back on them.
Patrick says, would you go Dango for Bowen as a luxury move? That's what I'm doing. I'm well set up for the blank and got the exact money to go today because Bowen is predicted to go up tonight. I would do that. But obviously, go with your gut. Solid advice. What do you think, Az?
Hang on. I'm changing the chat. Everyone's had enough of seeing your team anyway.
Lovely.
So,
solid formatting.
Dango to Bowen as a luxury move. I'm well set up for the blank. Yeah, I would rather have Bowen than Dango. So if you've got no other moves to make and everything's good, then yeah, I think I would probably do that.
That also makes me feel better about benching Dango. Delia said, where are the pickles yells? They are actually on my left-hand side. I think I don't know if they're pickles. I think it's like pickled chilies in a packet.
Do you eat all the ones you got for Christmas?
Oh yeah, I ate those ages ago.
Nice.
I think I finished those in January. Not to brag. Do you like a pickle?
Sounds like a brag to me.
Niall said, evening, another amazing game week yells. Thank you, Niall. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts because
look at that picture of Niall. I love that.
Oh, nice. FPL Big Head says, Clivert to Bowen and keep Dango or roll.
I'd keep Clivert.
Yeah, I was going to say I prefer Clivert. Is there much in it? There is price-wise, isn't there? Dango's cheaper.
Yeah, Clivert's 6.
As if it's a financial...
I'm guessing, though, that you've got Clivert quite early. Because I think if you were buying a Bournemouth player in the last few weeks, everyone was buying Dango, weren't they? So, I don't know. I think, like, last week, I did the FPL show and they asked to rank him and I had Dango top. And now I think, with Evan, I just wasn't expecting Evan Nilsson to be back, like, for a couple of weeks. So the fact he was straight back into the squad... I wouldn't be buying Dango now, and I'd be selling him over Kirkes, Clivert.
Yeah, agreed. Simon said, Simon, lovely to see you. If you fancy a laugh, I'm averaging -8 a week in transfer hits. Your team is solid. I'd rather Damsgaard over Dango, though. That is quite impressive, -8. And also, that makes me feel better because I haven't taken a hit for quite a while. Have you?
Yep. You
How
say
many hits have you taken this season?
You say it's impressive. Someone's like 9 million in the world.
Yeah, but it depends how you want to play the game as.
Oh, it does.
It's not all about ranks, it's about having fun.
Impressive is a loose term for what Simon's doing this season, though. I would say. How many hits?
Simon, isn't that how Simon plays?
Yeah.
I remember. Oh no, to be fair, last season didn't his team he lost access to it or something?
Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah, he did. I was going to say he got hacked. No, he lost access to it, didn't he? And then he went wild. Yeah.
See, that's the villain origin story.
I think I've taken 3 hits this season.
That's very modest.
I've really tried to cut back on the hits. I took way too many last year. Let me just check. Transfers conceded 4 hits. 4, 8. I've taken 16, and I got a red arrow, a green arrow, and a green arrow. 2 reds and 2 greens immediately after the hits.
Oh, take another one to try and balance it in your favour.
I don't think I need one this week. I think if I just do Gordon to... I hate not owning Mbumo so much. My team's going to be pretty much as it is on the screen. I'm just going to do Gordon to Bowen, I think.
Interesting. Very similar.
But there is a player that I do really like, who no one's really talking about, rightfully so. I think the next 2 weeks...
Enzo?
Neto. I think Neto is going to go off the next 2 weeks. I mean, he's never gone off before. And Chelsea are rubbish.
Firstly, I feel like when you have these gut instincts, they actually do well. But you never follow them because you don't back yourself. I personally feel like we're in a state of disrepair. And I'd rather see a bit more. And I think, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant us.
I'm more hesitant
Jesus,
about that.
That's dark.
Us personally?
Yeah, I think we're in a state of disrepair and... yeah. Live breakup, Jesus.
There was someone in a live stream the other day telling me that we have an unhealthy relationship because we both play FPL.
Oh, well, so I mean, that is true.
One of us is going to have to quit.
That is true, though.
I think people would be surprised how little FPL is actually involved in our lives.
What?
Like with each other.
Apart from the constant vlogging.
Oh, constant. I just whip out my camera.
You do sometimes.
Anyway.
That's good. We like the vlogging.
I like the vlogging. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Neto pick, but I'm just pessimistic about Chelsea. So would you like to get on a pedestal and talk about why we're so great?
Get on the pedestal? Is that a saying?
I don't know.
I mean, what? I mean, there's not that... I was looking at his stats. They aren't great. I was looking at Chelsea. They aren't great. Like, I'm looking at his history. That's not great. Like, there's not a lot...
You're selling it to me.
...good about him. But I did think he's actually been playing quite well the last few weeks. And... Because Nkunku's been so poor up front, they're trying Neto there. So he's the one playing the furthest forward. And actually, I thought against Villa, he was about the only player who looked like he was capable of doing anything. So...
Yeah.
The trouble is he can't score.
I mean, I've got it here.
He's never scored. Like, he has scored, but he very, very rarely scores. He's more of an assister, and there's no one to assist.
Well, to be fair, he's averaging 2.3 points per match. So... That's something. I mean, he's had 2 goals and 3 assists this season. You could be onto something, and he is looking better. And I think we're going to have to change up tactics because obviously what we're doing. Can you hear my chair creaking?
Yes.
It's so creaky. I think if you're in a position, I mean, you're semi-chasing, aren't you?
Yeah, but I mean, like you just said, Bowen's 4.9% owned, so I mean, Neto is
a bit more.
Yeah, he's a bit more robust.
Yeah, and plus the penalties as well.
But
I don't know. I'm not going to talk you out of it. Southampton at home and Leicester at home.
That's it.
Would be quite a nice time to have double Chelsea attack.
Chelsea and Leicester and Southampton and then Leicester. That is good. Because with Fernandes or Bowen, you obviously get the... I mean, Fernandes has got Leicester and Ipswich in the next 3. which is what was slightly tempting me towards Fernandez. But I just don't want to. I just know I'm going to be watching that Man U game on Wednesday, whenever it is. And it's going to be 0-0 after 70 minutes. I'm just going to be like, what is the point? What was I thinking? Bowen just scored his hat trick.
I think Fernandez is the bad one for you. I prefer Neto to Fernandez, which is saying something.
God.
I know. But it's just what would bring you more joy. Like, even if Fernandez got a penalty, I think you'd hate yourself for celebrating.
Yeah. But I'll be...
I think that takes us...
I'll just be so annoyed with myself if Neto blanks. And then, because he could blank against Southampton and then doesn't even bloody start against Leicester. And then I'm like, well, that was stupid, wasn't it? At least Bowen's definitely going to play both. But Madueke's out until after the international break, and so's Jackson. So they haven't really got a lot of options in midfield.
Yeah, but then that worries me that we're kind of not scraping the barrel, but...
Neto is scraping the barrel.
I'm not feeling good about Chelsea. I think that takes us quite nicely, though, into a captaincy conversation, because I'm tempted by Cole Palmer, and if he hadn't been doing so poorly the last couple of game weeks, I feel like this week's captaincy would be a no-brainer. Unfortunately, we haven't seen much from him. Now, with Palmer in the past, he's had a few blanks. I've transferred him out, and then he scored the 5 goals against Brighton. Like, he seems to do this. He is a player that gets these massive scores in a single game week. I don't think he necessarily ticks along. He is kind of very all or nothing. I think a haul could be in him this game week, and I think it's well needed for him and the team to have a really, really big week. Plus, they're playing at home. They're playing the worst defence in the league. All of the odds are saying that Chelsea are going to win this easily. But then Salah, last time he played, it's Liverpool playing Newcastle.
At home.
Because last time he got 18 points and that was away. And we know how difficult Newcastle is when you're playing away. Like, obviously, personal experience.
Yeah, you've always said you hate playing away at Newcastle.
I honestly, of all the games, I think, no, just let me have the weekend off. But you have to do what you have to do. Salah's also just on a roll this season, doing absolutely incredibly. And Newcastle have conceded, I think, 7 goals now, last 2 games. So it's a real tie. And I just don't know who to go with. I think because I'm taking the -4 and I feel like I'm already taking a bit of a risk, I feel like I might just stick with Salah. But then if Palmer goes on to have a massive game, I'll be kicking myself because this is another time that I haven't backed him. And then that could also do really well for my rank, because I think the majority of players will either forget that there's a deadline or just stick with Salah. Yeah.
The issue is it's a bit like Mbeumo, right? Like, if you went for Mbeumo this week or Isak, you'd be ecstatic. You got 14 points from Mbeumo. Gianni went for Isak, 13 points from Isak. And then Salah just scores 14 points anyway. And it's meaningless. So the only benefit you get from it is if Palmer actually outscores Salah. Like, and I know that's really obvious, but Palmer could get 2 goals and Salah could get 3. And I don't think anyone's going to be that surprised. I think I'm probably going to do it. I think I'm probably going to go for Palmer captain. I've got to, like, I pushed on Glasner last week because I'm trying to make up like 50 points on Mark. He's the main target. He's obviously going to go for Salah. Completely understandable. Newcastle have been conceding goals, but they put up a real fight against Liverpool. That was a really, really good game. At St James's Park early in the season. The trouble is that they're so all or nothing at the moment. Newcastle, like, honestly, if you'd seen that game the other day, first half absolutely incredible. Second half could have conceded 7 goals. What teams? And then look against Man City, absolutely dreadful. 4-0 down. No, not even a fight. Like, could Liverpool just turn up and win 5-0? Probably. And Chelsea aren't even that good at the moment. Like, what if Southampton nicked a 1-0?
Oh, this is the thing. This is what I keep thinking. Like, if Chelsea were playing how they were at the start of the season, again, very obvious, Palmer would be the top captain by far. Whereas now, I just think, I don't know, it's a risky one. Probably going to go down to the wire, people. Interestingly, we've got Niall, who has been playing this season very differently, and it's paying off. Bowen tempting me for differential captain this week.
No, that is an interesting one. Yeah, I mean,
that's bold.
I mean, it's an interesting week, isn't it? Because I think there are options. Like, if you want to go against it, there are options that you can consider. I mean, you've got the Brentford, Wissa and Mbumo. Like, people did that last week, and it did okay. You've got Palmer. You've got Kuna. Like, that's back-to-back goals now, playing Fulham at home. Yeah, you've got Bowen. Like, there are options. It's just you're just backing on Salah not delivering. That's the problem. You're not just backing on your player scoring. That's one thing. You're also backing on them outscoring the player who's setting every record under the sun in the Premier League.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, because I felt really bad this week for Mbumo owners having Friday night thinking I've smashed this, then Isak owners, and then the final one, Salah, and it just completely... Yeah,
you're just never in doubt, are you? Like, you're just watching him and you're just waiting for it to happen. Like, it's going to happen. It's just a question of how long the other team can hold out for. And I was absolutely sure that Salah was going to score against Man City. Like, there was no part of me that thought they would keep him out. And it's hard to see how any team can.
It's a stressful one. I'm undecided. I think it depends, because the other thing I was thinking about, you touched on, obviously Glasner paid off. I don't know whether now that's given me a full sense of confidence, where I think, I'll captain Palmer now. Yeah. Whereas actually I've been playing in quite a boring way, giving minimum thought to my team, and that's worked really well. Whereas now, already taking a hit, I think, okay, we're getting back to kind of my old habits, and then a captaincy on Palmer. But on paper, Palmer captaincy makes so much sense.
So, I mean, as bad as Chelsea are, they are not as bad as Southampton. Like, Southampton are arguably the worst ever team we've seen in the Premier League. And I've had too many games where I haven't capitalised on that. Like, I didn't bring in Wood ahead of Southampton. He got like the 12 points. Mbumo got like 18 points against Southampton. Like, I haven't owned them. And I just feel like, unless I'm bringing in Neto, I'm not gaining anything if I've got just Palmer against Southampton, because he's so highly owned.
I have had loads of game weeks as well where I haven't backed a player against, like, of Southampton, and then gone, well, obviously that was going to be the high scorer.
Yeah.
So let's see. Sorry, I've just got a cat on my lap.
You have? Where do you come from?
I know, bless him. He just snuck in. Someone commented on the stream of my last video. It's like, that's a big cat. He is a big cat.
He is. He wasn't when we first, I never had him. When your parents first got him, he was a tiny little thing, wasn't he?
He was a rescue. He was underweight and he was fluid, and now he's like an absolute.
He's a unit. He is a unit.
5 kilograms at 7 months old. Anyway, less about cats. Let me see what's going on in the chat. So I saw Wade said that he's going to flip a coin.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
I don't hate that.
Oh my goodness, I was scrolling the wrong way. Dow is back. I don't know if you knew but Dow once got a 1.5k finish 2 seasons ago.
Did he?
And
God, if I did that,
reminding us of it.
I'd be mentioning that all the time. I can't believe he never has.
Yeah. He's got some fans in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Let the cat choose the captaincy. This cat, oh my God, right, you heard that. This cat hates me. It sabotages everything. It would be captaincy on Robinson or something. So Wade said, I've got Salah, Palmer and Bowen, could easily choose any of them. Yeah. Let us know what the coin picks. I think, would you ever be tempted, or do you think you're to do a random pick, let Jake decide or something?
I used to do that as a very, I remember doing a video when I first got Jake as a puppy, and he used to do I think Janny did them as well, where he'd let the dog choose a treat from a bowl, and the bowls had different names on.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he had a really, really good track record. Everyone was really buying into it. And then I think he picked like the unobvious captain, and the other players got like a hat trick, and then everyone stopped watching those videos. So he was like the mystic.
That poor dog.
Yeah, he was like the octopus, that predicted all the things, but then he got one wrong. And in this game, once you make a mistake, you lose all your credibility. It's like team leaks.
Have you seen Golden Boy on Twitter?
No.
A dog that picks captains. Sometimes does really well.
There you go. See, that could have been Jake, but then he just made one little mistake, and then it's. I picked a captain because of a dream I had once.
Oh my God, your dreams. What happened?
It was Daniel Agger for Liverpool against like Sunderland or someone, and they conceded in the 5th minute, so he lost his clean sheet. He didn't even look remotely like he was going to score. Like, in my dream, he scored from like the halfway line, and then in the 95th minute or something, he got booked. That was fun.
Joy.
That was a good day.
This is good from Stuart. Form greater than fixtures. Salah all the way, and his fixture isn't even bad. I mean, that is true. Also, for Liverpool now, really, what would be a difficult fixture? Forest?
I mean, Palmer is a punt, isn't it? I think it's one thing, if Palmer had been playing like he did all of last season and then suddenly he's come into this game, it's a real choice. But you are relying on Palmer just suddenly turning things around when I just don't think Maresca knows what to do with him at the moment, which is crazy. He's playing him deep, he's playing him on the right, he's trying to play him a bit up top. Like, there's no system.
What worries me is the more we start playing in Maresca's system, the worse we're getting.
I know, it's amazing.
But I'm not going to advocate getting a new manager. We're sticking with this one
There
forever.
isn't any more. You've had them all. You're out.
That's what your parents said. Who next? I was like, no one.
There's no one. You have to take bloody...
Lampard comes back.
Take Hertzler off us. That's probably where you'll go.
Oh, God, I would love that. I saw this. This is very bold. I've done Gakpo and Noir. Oh, I can't say it. Nwanri. How could you say it?
It's just it's a silent N.
Noiri.
No, you just said that. You said the edit. Yeah, it's one airy.
To Cunha and Kudus, 0.4 million off Bowen. I mean, that's fun. That's a differential and a half. I mean, actually, is it? He's probably more highly owned than Bowen because he's...
No, it can't
No.
be.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, there it
goes. There goes the cat. Anyway, let me finish this comment. Going to bench Isak away to Liverpool. Wish me luck. I mean, that's bold. That's... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Kudus is...
Sorry, there's a lot of chaos.
2% owned. But I don't think he's scored... He hasn't scored since game week 17.
Well, when better to do it than game week 27. This from Adam. Asdays says it's a silent N, then proceeds to pronounce
What?
my name.
One airy. One airy. You're the one that said the silent N. I didn't.
I feel like you always get a... Oh, it's me. Oh, that was an own goal.
Oh, I see.
There was a nice comment about you earlier.
As says a silent, and then it's saying about you. Yeah, a nice comment about me.
Yeah,
surely not.
Yeah, but I've missed it. Someone said that you gave some good advice on Black Box. I kept trying to remind myself to go back to it, but I've lost it.
And now it's gone. How convenient.
How convenient.
Did I give good advice on Black? It doesn't sound like me.
Apparently, someone took a hit and then it worked out well. If you're still in the chat, repeat it. Gary says, speaking of... Oh, your episode with Gary's out Wednesday.
Oh, lovely. How do you know that? You got like a personal line to Gary?
Yeah, I'm Gary's PA now.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Scheduling the content.
You've already interviewed him. You might as well do the PA as well.
There was a point, actually, I really had to take a long, hard look at myself because I was on Gary's channel more than my own.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's stop neglecting this. Niall says Chris Wood for captain this week. I need to captain Chris Wood at some point before the end of the season. I'm not sure when it'll be. Oh, here we go. Attaboy. Was my dilemma to start Van Dijk or Munoz. Got me +7 points.
I remember that one. I remember Mark and I debating that one.
One of my favourite things in your... when you used to be on Twitter was when people would come back to have a go at you for giving the wrong advice.
I really miss those days. Whenever I think about Twitter, I think, yeah, do you know what? I really miss all the, like, dickheads.
Yeah, the good old times. Gary, I've just clicked on Simon. I think it's worth remembering, as is Tavernier. Again, I can't speak.
Tavernier.
Recommendation back in 2023 when he delivered a double.
Yeah, you throw enough shit, Simon, if eventually something sticks.
I have loved it recently. I've seen loads of content where it's like captaincy recommendations and then there's like 20 players.
Yeah.
And I think, no, have a top 3.
They are ridiculous. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous, some of those. Players to buy. Here's all the players in the game. One of them will do well. Yeah.
There was that one I read to you the other day. It was literally, I think, 20 players.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely. The Tavernier one was funny though, because I don't think I actually recommended him. I think we were doing the predictions, and I think everyone had bought. Who was the popular Bournemouth player back then? I can't remember. I can't even think of any Bournemouth. Oh, it was probably Solanke or something like that. I remember everyone was buying Solanke, and I went, "Oh, everyone's buying Solanke. You know, it's going to be like a Tavernier brace or something." And then it was literally 2-0 Bournemouth Tavernier brace. I don't think I actually recommended him. I think I just called him having a brace. There you go.
Delia said, "That's me when I work from home. I think this refers to throwing the cat, having to constantly move my cats out the way. Honestly, such a pest. At least with like dogs, they just kind of they're present, aren't they? But they don't
Mine's
necessarily.
not. I don't even know where he is.
He's had enough.
He has.
He's having a bit of a quiet time.
Yes.
I just saw Pickles in the chat. Hello, Pickle. Way dressed like one in my green. I might captain him in 29. I think that refers to Chris Wood. In which case, I think that is incredibly
against
fun.
Ipswich. Yeah.
I haven't. Oh, I love that. Triple captain's too far.
Is it? Chris Wood could have a double game week if they get through.
Why?
Because if they get through in the FA Cup, they're going to have a blank game week and a double game week.
This changes everything.
I can even tell you who their double game week would be. Their double game week.
This is
big for you, isn't it? Their double game week would be.
This is big.
Oh, I think it would be. I think it's actually quite a good one. I think it'd be Spurs and Brentford.
Home or away?
Spurs away, Brentford at home.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I think so, because they're. I mean, if Harry's in the chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Because I think they'd blank if they get through in the FA Cup, they'd blank in 33, and then have a double in 34, which would mean Spurs and Brentford.
Well, might have to wait until I confirm that Isak triple captaincy. Although we have just had Newcastle double is better. Okay, on this note, I'm going to end the stream.
You mean I'm going to end the stream?
Yelena. Yeah. I'll give you a countdown. Dal said, Yelena, did you know the mighty Villa thrashed Chelsea 2-1? I wouldn't say so much of a thrashing. It was more of a good telling off.
Something like that.
Mario asked if we're married, I think, earlier. We're not. And he also asked, Rogers to... That was very blunt, wasn't it?
Very blunt, yeah.
We've only been together 2 years. And he also asked, Rogers to Bowen and Dyer to Cunha. Ooh.
Yep. I mean, those...
No, it's or.
Oh, or. Doing both. Maybe you can't afford it.
Yeah, I'd say both, but I think Cunha would be number one for me.
When Dyer's injured, isn't he? And what do I always say? Deal with your injured players.
Put out the fires.
Put out the fires.
Oh.
Well, same thing. Good.
So what would you say?
Ndaya to Kuna. Yeah, I think you like Kuna. Like, just get him. He's so good. He's just such a good player to own. So why wouldn't you have him?
I'm sorry, these comments are really funny.
As pull your finger out.
Are you married? No. We had. I went through a phase of threatening you to propose to you because I thought it would be funny. Do you remember?
Yeah. When we went away in January, I was slightly nervous that you were going to just get down on one knee and propose, but you didn't. So.
Yeah, and then I was worried you were going to propose to me, so I didn't get my nails done.
Oh yeah, that's your rule, isn't it? So basically, whenever you get your nails done, I'm now just taking that to mean that you think I'm going to propose.
No, that's wrong.
No.
It depends. Maybe I'll have like something subtle, like marry and then me, like bend me.
But that's you proposing to me, not bend me.
Yeah, I will propose to you.
Right. Stop threatening me with
that.
At
Brentford game. Ben Mee's going to score a hat-trick. The lights are going to dim. It'll be daytime, but they'll put a shade over. And then Ben Mee will walk up and just turn his back to you and it will say me. And you'll be like, why is he showing me this? And then I'll dramatically walk to stand next to Ben Mee and turn around. And then mine will say marry. And then, and then I'll hold my nails up. And then it will say marry me.
Oh, that's
And then
smart.
the whole crowd will go, yeah, like that. But then they'll find out we're not Brentford fans and be like, why did you do this?
They were very nice to us though when we went, so I reckon they'd probably be quite on board.
Best sausage rolls I've ever had in a stadium.
You could do a thing where like you get the crowd to hold up "Will you marry," and then all the lights go off, and then just a spotlight appears, and it's just on Ben Mee. That was my vision.
I want some sort of like Backstreet Boys music. Manon said, Harry will be around somewhere. That would be, imagine, what more romantic? What could be more romantic than a proposal and then Harry making a Ben Mee joke?
Harry's nerding out. He's like, would be 33 and 34 combined. Would blanket. He's already gone full. Like he's not making Ben Mee jokes.
Now's not the time for Ben Mee
We're
jokes.
talking fixtures.
Before we go, we'll go in 5 minutes. Pickle says, I miss Cunha, but Mateta has been a legend too, so I'm going to wait until 29 to get Cunha, sadly. Yeah, that's fair enough. Mateta has been he's been one of those players that you just dread watching a match because you know he's going to score.
Remember when I had him? I had him for a bit. That was fun.
Oh my God, sorry. To get back to the proposal, Adrian has just made the best suggestion. Playing Forest, that could be Would You Marry Me?
Oh no, I'm getting proposed. When is Gameweek 33?
Oh my God, you wait. When I tell you I've got tickets to Forest.
Oh, so I've got until 33. 19th of April.
What, they're playing this season?
My last day as a single man.
Single?
What do you mean they play? We've just been through this. It'll be Forest double game week, wouldn't it? It'd be Forest versus Brentford. I'm going to have
to get organising.
You've got
a stressful weekend.
Just under 2 months.
Harry said, I wonder how Ben Mee proposed. I often wonder this about Chris Wood with his wife because they seem very happy and they've got kids. And I think, how did this all happen? When did you find time from being the greatest striker in history?
Have you seen that couples video with James Tarkowski and his wife? You seen that one?
Yes, I have.
It's just that really awkward interview where he's just sitting there, he looks really upset, and she's like all smiling, and they go, "What do you like doing?" And she's like, "Oh, we like screwing." And he's like, "Oh my God, just kill me."
I won't go into detail, but that was like me with Sam and Lee. Do you remember? You were like, "Can you stop telling people things?"
Yes, I can vividly remember you doing that. They were just like, "What are you talking about?"
Someone said, TS Editor said, you'll need to okay this with Ben's wife. I will confirm I don't want to marry Ben Mee. That won't be
what if he got the wrong message?
The situation.
What if he got the wrong end of the stick?
Ben Mee's going to get engaged to me.
That'd be Harry's joke. Would you marry me? Me? She can't marry me. I'm already married.
Yeah, thank God Harry's already engaged. Delia said, I was planning to propose to my partner at the last Wolves match if Arsenal would have won last season. I took it as a sign that I shouldn't. Oh, that is so sweet.
I mean, that is lovely, but Delia, if you're waiting for Arsenal to win a league title before you propose, then you're going to stay single for a very long time.
Oh, well, let's end the stream on that. I'm sorry, Delia. You shouldn't have to listen to that. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'm sorry that has ruined it. But I hope you all had a lovely time. I did. I've worked up quite a sweat. So
it's sweaty business doing these streams. Do you remember I told you that once? And you were like, no, it's not. And then you did one, and then you were like,
Can I just shut you down? I'm really sorry. I've had no stress with the stream because I haven't had to do anything. It's because I'm right next to a radiator. This radiator is on and it's warm.
You move back home, and then suddenly you've got heating on all the time. Us peasants in Hitchin, we can't afford heating.
I'll have you know I've got a heated blanket to not run up the energy bills.
I've got
I had a teapot today, so I didn't have to boil the kettle too much.
I found a hot water bottle today in the cupboard, so I might have that tonight.
I have that. Have it with
lovely.
anything. Anyway,
good.
Thank you so much for joining. If you like the stream, please drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you at the end of Game 27 in the vlog. Bye, guys. Thanks, Az, for helping.
You're welcome. Bye.